Everyone, watch the next Golan the Insatiable episode, Shellraiser. Dylan is at Mackenzie B's birthday party. Dylan takes offense when Mackenzie B insults Golan, calling him a lazy screw-up. A traveling petting zoo at the party has a turtle infected with salmonella that Dylan takes a liking to, and she steals it. Dylan's mom, meanwhile, becomes an arm flourish model. Dylan introduces her new turtle Shellraiser to Golan. She plans to use him to infect Oak Grove by contaminating a big chili pot. Golan tries to high-five Shellraiser, but accidentally hurts it. Golan and Dylan take Shellraiser to the vet, and Dylan remembers what Mackenzie B said earlier.
Golan's stupid, lazy, and a complete screw-up! Shut up, Mackenzie cat!
Golan can tell Dylan is losing faith in him. The vet tells them Shellraiser has a broken leg, and they suggest shooting him in the head with a tiny shotgun. Golan and Dylan take Shellraiser away and are chased by vet workers with tiny shotguns. Golan uses magic to turn some guinea pigs into grenades that they use to escape. Elsewhere, Carol's modeling is taking off until she breaks her arm. Golan rips off a hippie stoner's arm to replace Shellraiser's broken leg. It works, and they make plans to tunnel under the chown chili pot. The hippie arm has changed Shellraiser, and he offers Golan some weed. Golan doesn't want to disappoint Dylan, but he can't help himself. Carol, meanwhile, goes to the doctor for her broken arm. She's told not to flourish anymore or risk permanent damage. And in a very odd turn, the doctor tries to go back in time to stop her from becoming a model in the first place, but is too late. Dylan tunnels under the chili pot, but Golan gets high and just fools around. Dylan scolds Golan and says Mackenzie B was right. Alexis, meanwhile, convinces Carol to go to the chili party and flourish despite her broken arm. Golan meets the guy whose arm he ripped off, and the man tells Golan that his life actually got better without his arm. He stopped doing pot and became a baseball pitcher. Golan isn't listening, and then Dylan accidentally cuts the guy in half with a tunneler. Dylan gets trapped in the tunnel, and Golan is about to rescue her, but then he gets distracted by Shellraiser offering him weed again. Carol makes it to the chili party and destroys her arm in spectacular fashion. Golan saves Dylan and then smashes Shellraiser up into the bottom of the chili pot, which creates a flood in the tunnel. Their plan fails, and Golan blames himself. Dylan cheers him up by showing him her plans, insisting that she was the one who actually had screwed up. Once again, this is an amazingly, rapid-fire episode with nearly every scene having some kind of a gag. This episode, I think, is the best example of why the show didn't take off, ironically. It was on Fox. They like their conventional, safe shows. Shows like Family Guy and American Dad can go far occasionally, but they have the benefit of already having good reputations built up about them. Golan is coming right out of the gate with a plot about attempted poisoning of innocent people, violence against children, animals, and a reformed drug addict. The main characters are a demented little girl and a literal demon, quite far off from the family sitcom style of show Fox usually goes for. Dylan's mom becoming a model is a B story that doesn't really connect with the main story, but does parallel with her broken arm and Shellraiser's broken leg. Shellraiser surprisingly dies, I think. It's not treated as sad. Golan doesn't even seem aware that he killed Shellraiser when he smashed him into the bottom of the chili pot. It's a very unusual, very unconventional tone for an episode to go for. We have these very cynical, sarcastic, hedonistic characters just trying to be evil, basically. And also the cute animal of the episode dies. I mean, they do kind of have Shellraiser become not quite as likable with him constantly offering Golan weed. So, I don't know, maybe that was the idea, that he's not really all that likable anyway at this point, which I guess. Though, we never see what happened to Shellraiser, and I'm wondering if the show had continued, were they planning to bring Shellraiser back, reveal that, oh, he actually survived? Because Golan did attach his arm with magic, so, I don't know, maybe he magically survived. The animation has been consistently incredible in Golan the Insatiable. It seems like every episode there's a specific character that the animators single out to just do incredible things with, and this time it's Carol. This isn't really important, but it's just something I really wanted to point out. In the scene where the doctor goes back in time to the job fair, there's this woman in the background at the AC repair booth, and I just... look at her. What's her story? Well, I find the dark comedy some of the funniest stuff out there. I can definitely see why this would turn some viewers off to the show, and why some people would consider this going too far and being way too extreme. I think Golan would have had a far better chance of success on Adult Swim, where a show about horrible people doing horrible things can take off and become mainstreamly popular. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
You cannot give up. Helen Keller never gave up, and she was a turtle for all she knew.